Hello friends, how are you? So today we are going to do another fun activity that has been taken from your book Marigold Class 4 NCERT from the poem Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. To get to this activity, you have to open your book and turn to page number 77. So let's see, what do we have to do here? Team time. Divide the class into 4 groups. Imagine life without the sun. What are the things that may happen if there is no sunlight? Discuss with the group and write your ideas in your notebook. So what do you have to do? You have to divide your whole class into 4 groups and you have to imagine what would happen if there is no sun, and if there is no sun we would not get any sunlight, right? So what would happen if the earth would not have any sunlight? You have to imagine a day like that. Okay, imagine a life like that. So you have to discuss among yourselves and you have to write your own ideas in your notebook. So I have put some ideas in this video. You can take help from that also. So let us discuss what happens if there is no sunlight. So this is our happy, our helpful and very kind sun that gives us plenty things. Like sun is the only natural source of light and energy. So Earth have light and energy only because of our friend sun. It gives us vitamin D. So the sunlight is a source of vitamin D that is very important for us. We need sun. Plants also need sun. And why do they need sun? Plants need sunlight to make their food. So we all know that green plants make their own food, right? So they need sunlight to make their own food. So sun is important for all the living beings that are on earth. Now we have to imagine what would happen if there is no sun. So what do we have to do? What may happen if there is no sunlight? So let us discuss about that. What may happen if there is no sunlight? If there is no sunlight, we will not have daylight. So the days will also turn into nights. So for the whole 24 hours we will have, what will we have? We will have nights. So there will be no transition between days and night. It would always be dark. So as I told you that sun is the only natural source of heat and energy, light and energy. So without it we would not have any sunlight. Plants will die as plants also need sunlight to make their food. So we just discussed that plants need sunlight to make their food. So if there is no sunlight, how will they make their food? And it will also affect all the animals, as many animals eat plants. So if there are no plants, those animals would not be able to survive, right? So they will also die. So the whole food chain will be disrupted. Another thing that would happen will be our climate is also dependent upon sun. Okay, so our weather, our climate is also dependent upon sun. So if there is no sunlight, it would disrupt our climate. It would be so cold that everything would freeze. So it would be so cold because the sun gives us heat, right? So it would, if there will be no sunlight, we would freeze. And at last what would happen? Our green and lively earth would become dark and lifeless. So there would be no life on earth. So sunlight is very important for us to have life on earth. So now I'm going to tell you some interesting fact about a place. So do you know there is a place called Barrow in Alaska where sun does not set from late May till late July. So they have sunlight throughout 24 hours. So they do not have nights from late May till late July. It looks like this throughout late May till late July. See, no sunset. But this is not the only fascinating thing about this place, Barrow, Alaska. There is one amazing, fascinating thing happening there. You know what? Interestingly, from early November, the sun does not rise for many days. So, here what was happening? The sun was not setting. But now, for many days from early November, the sun does not rise at all. This period without sun is known as the polar night. Yes, so the sun does not rise. They do not have days for so many days, right? So interesting. So as a result, winter time brings absolute darkness to the country. So there is absolute darkness during day also in this country. So you can see this is the time when the sun is not rising. Even in the daytime, when the sun is supposed to rise, there is no light. The days and the night do not differ at all. It looks dark. So this period without sun, what does it known as? It is known as polar night. So wasn't it a fun place? Do you want to visit Barrow, Alaska and live during the time where the sun does not rise at all? I hope you visit that place. But before that, what do you have to do? You have to find out more interesting facts about this place, Barrow, Alaska, and try to find out how people live there without sunlight. So now we will meet another time with another fun story, poem, or activity. Until then, bye bye.